Joining me today, two young South African actors. You can see them, Oros Mampofu and Ayanda McKayi. Let me see where I begin. Okay, there we go, there we go. Let me start on my immediate right and talk to Ayanda. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you for coming in. You're looking smart, but a little unruly. Is that the new look?
It's a combination of young meets classy, you know, the classic young man.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you got to keep it to the youth, but still motivate them to remain classic.
Absolutely. Welcome as well, young man.
Kosiyam.
Oh, okay. Now you pull me off a little bit. Okay, so let's talk. Let me begin with you.
Fantastic.
Let's talk a little bit about what you do in terms of your acting. Do you choose where you act, or does that come and you pick because you need to pay the bills?
I mean, it's a combination of both. One has to pay the bills, but I mean, at the end of the day, the reason why we chose this craft is because we actually want to express the human condition,
right,
to understand who we are and to actually do what makes us happy in the most fundamental level.
Yeah.
So, yeah, picking the role that you want is the most ideal thing.
That's in the future, though.
I'd like to say the future is here.
Oh.
I'd like to say, I mean, not as far as I would like, but
yeah.
I can say that I'm at a point where I'm very specific about where and the choices that I make.
Who opened the door for you?
I did.
How?
Persistence.
We like to think that we do these things, you know. I'm a
yeah,
little older
but
than you. Thank you.
I don't know. I'd like to believe that, you know, in life you choose the moves that you make,
yeah,
and the moves determine the destination that you end
yeah,
up at.
Yeah.
There are a lot of variables that breed someone's success, from the way you were brought up, to
yeah,
the parents,
yeah,
to the person that literally opened the door and gave you the first opportunity. But
yeah,
I think fundamentally the choices that you make, yeah, determine your...
Is that how you ended in?
Yes, yes, I'd say the same thing. I mean, pretty much it's a combination of hard work, and a combination of the circles you keep around you, the support structure around you,
yeah,
and then that, as he said, becomes part of the variables that sort of contribute to someone's success. So I'd say, yeah, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Same route.
Yeah. In part of the question I'm trying to ask is, did you, growing up, playing street football wherever your guys grew up, think, I am going to be an actor? Or was that something that grew with exposure and encouragement from family and friends?
Well, my specific route was more influenced a lot by my mother. My mother did
What does she do?
She did a lot of motivational speaking,
okay,
and emceeing of events.
Yeah.
So I got to travel with her a lot, so, and see how she conducted a crowd, and that kind of I fell in love with that kind of sense of communication, because at that moment I felt like the audience was listening to how she was telling a story.
Right.
And that was what sold the whole entertainment world to me, or the world of arts.
Yeah.
And as I grew up in high school, I did a lot of cultural activities, and
right,
eventually they kind of...
And with you, choreography is also part of it?
Yes, and music as well.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Has it been easy, Oros? How has it been?
It's been a journey. It's been a very a journey filled with conflicts and challenges.
Journey? Come on, guys.
It's
you guys are young. You've just started out and you're talking about journeys.
No,
How is it?
It really is. And the reason I think I can say that is because the industry that we're in, entertainment is quite brutal in a lot of ways. Yeah, you can experience it for 6 months.
You look like you look.
No, I mean, this is a lot of, you know, you choose to look like this after a lot of time of, you know, difficulty and so forth. I can say that's been a journey because, you know, it's a very cutthroat industry, you know, where everyone is really trying to get to the top, and one is willing to move the other aside to make sure that happens for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, a 5-year journey can feel like 10.
Yeah.
You know, so, and
especially when you have done just maybe 1 year or 2 year journeys, and you haven't done 35-year journeys like some of us. I
mean, it's 7 years now, close towards my 10 years, but
celebration.
10-year celebration. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think because the industry and the world is moving so much faster, we are at a place where we experience so much in such a short space of time.
Yeah, is it paying the bills?
Very. I'm not one to blow my own horn, but I can say I'm comfortable and I'm happy.
Same to you?
Yes, yes, yes. I think it has a lot to do with how smart you you kind of place your money, where you place your money when it comes in. How do you How do you make sure that it accommodates what it needs to accommodate, and at the same time support the lifestyle you're trying to live?
And if I can add on to that, I think beyond that as well, we're at a point where building a brand right now, you can become a business as an individual, as a public figure, where you can venture into aspects of partnering up with independent companies and institutions, or even work alongside companies or government, you know, to actually empower people utilizing the brand that you have.
That is interesting, because yesterday I was actually reading about this guy. It's a story that is coming up in Forbes Africa, by the way. So if you know what to read, I'm giving you hint, nudge, nudge. You need to pick up the next Forbes. It talks to this famous actor who is using his popularity on social media to actually to make more money. So when he signs a contract, part of the contract stipulates that he has to be paid if he advertises the movie to his followers. Is that something that is also happening here?
I think
please feel free to come in as well after he has done.
I think South Africa is becoming more and more aware of that culture, and it is getting into a space where it is becoming a source of income for actors, musicians, designers. A lot of people in the entertainment industry are kind of using it as a source of income now, especially when it comes to brand alignments, and also understanding that your value and the reason why people support you is because there's something they like, something they value about you, and that cannot go for free. You know?
I think
is it good money though, or are we talking?
Yes, if I can actually be honest, if I can actually open up honestly, I think I make more money through my brand than I do in acting.
Right.
Like honestly, even when I'm not acting, I continue to make money because there are entities that are willing to align with me, and that comes at a price. And I think that's the relationship that you need to learn to build with yourself and the external people, because at the end of the day, businesses want to engage with people, and people aren't just grasped.
It's a conduit for them to reach people.
Exactly, to reach people.
Yes. And please ignore my ignorance here.
Yes. No.
I want to know where you're leveraging that brand. Is that Twitter? Is that Facebook? Is that what are the others? Instagram. Okay.
I would say most social media platforms, specifically Instagram and Twitter. For the mere fact that on Instagram it's very visual, so the audience member can immediately see the brand that you're being aligned to, and see your brand and follow your lifestyle all at one. You know. Yes. Whereas Twitter, it's more direct and immediate in terms faster in terms of dialogue and conversation.
So let's combine the knowledge that you've built up over the 17 years, 10 years, right? Advice for people. You say it's been challenging, it's been tough. So someone young, maybe a little younger than you guys listening and thinking, how do I get in? How do they get in?
I think one thing I could say that think outside the box, firstly, because the mediums that, the paths that we've actually taken, are very new to the world right now. But they are really beneficial. That's the first thing. Secondly, perseverance. You'll come across so many excuses or reasons that will give you, that will actually be pushing you to stop or not to do it. And, persevering and pushing on is the key.
Is it not safer to go into law or into medicine and
it's not as fun. It's not as fun.
It's not as interesting. Also
the pitfalls.
The beauty of knowing that tomorrow your office is different than yesterday's office.
Wow. Okay.
There's that beauty, there's that freedom, there's that excitement as well. Pitfalls, you said. Sure. There's a lot of pressure that comes into it. There's a lot of wanting to compare yourself to the next person.
But there's also pressure from parents to say, come on, you gotta be able to look after yourself, but also you need to make sure that you get into a career that looks after you.
Exactly, and a career that you'll be happy to wake up to in the morning.
Pitfalls. I'm not one to, I don't know, maybe you can consider me an optimist, but I'm not one to really focus too much on pitfalls. I focus on what to learn from them. And then from there, moving on from there, it's really about what to take on moving forward from there.
Where are you going, guys? Where are you going?
Where am I going? Right now, I'm taking it to the world. I'm taking it to the world.
Have you already done Africa?
I'm doing a project. I've just done a project called The Lucky Specials. Recently, I was in the Pan-African Film Festival in Los Angeles earlier this year.
Okay. Pan-African Film Festival in Los Angeles?
Yes, yes.
Not in Lagos?
No. Pan-African Festival. And it was in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, the movie that I was doing is right now it's across the world, from Argentina, which is South America, in the States, even as far as Europe and Africa.
Quickly, where you going?
Africa, then to the world. Currently involved with United Nations High Commissioning Agency of Refugees.
Yeah.
So starting there with refugees, and I'm currently also doing a show called MTV Sugar, which is very African. So from that, and then taking it globally.